Destiny 2, Episode 1 of The Edge of Fate, I guess. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be using this footage, but I thought I might as well record myself just in case I wanted to make this into a series of recordings, I guess. Kind of weird to call this Episode 1 considering it's a game 10 years old or something, and this is the first expansion coming out after those 10 years or something like that. But since this is my first episode recording, I'm calling it Episode 1. First of all, the usual disclaimer, just as a safeguard, as usual. These videos aren't recorded for the sake of providing viewer entertainment. I'm not a Let's Player or a streamer or anything like that. These are just personal videos for the sake of getting my thoughts down in video format, to review at a later point in time, and also to force myself into the habit of playing more games by playing them on a schedule. I wasn't really considering putting Destiny on my list of things to record, but it is a game that I play, and I thought if I'm going to play it, I might as well record some footage and decide after that if I'm actually going to keep that footage. We'll see, I guess. Of course, the commentary here isn't going to be anything exciting or entertaining. It's all just going to be dull thoughts, maybe even negative thoughts. I've been hearing some bad things about The Edge of Fate, but I'll just try to keep all of that to myself, I guess, and just enjoy what I can. With that said, I try to avoid the parts of the game that make me stressed or are a bit too grindy. And I think for these recordings, I'll probably do the same thing, so the scope of these episodes will probably only be the main campaign and anything that doesn't require doing too hard work. Mainly things that I can do solo or without having to join an LFG or something like that. And I guess when I end these series of recordings, it'll just be with the campaign. At the time of recording, the raid has come out, so I'm sure a lot of people are racing to do that, but that's the type of content that I won't be including in these videos. Almost certainly. Not unless they come up with a way to allow players to solo those raids, which is completely unlikely, given their design choices, but that's neither here nor there. Might as well start. I'm not sure if this is going to launch into a cutscene or what. Oh? I see. Yeah, I heard things about Matterspark. I don't really know much about the game, the expansion, going into it. Didn't really watch live streams or whatever where they advertise the thing, just a trailer here or there. But I know people were talking about how Matterspark, well, we'll see for ourselves, I guess. But it seems like they're working on some issues with it. I am, like I said, playing a few days after the actual release, the day of release, so I was hoping a lot of this stuff might have been fixed, or whatever rough patches would have been smoothed over. Might be a while before that. Oh, and they disabled things for the raid. Well, I'm not doing that. So this is my character, as of 10 years. These other two were just things that I put together in case I needed the other classes, but I never really put much time into them. Just kind of messed around with them for a bit, but this hunter is what I've been using. And as soon as I select it, I guess we're launching right in, right? Time for a cutscene.
What follows light and shadow is silence. That silence breaks. I am summoning you as a new age begins. life turn to each other. They remember how to look to the stars. They remember curiosity. They remember how to thrive. But they have forgotten. They forgot we were here long before the Traveler. They forgot that they need us. But they are fated to remember. I will remind them.
I'm sure you will. But not through me. Find someone else. My will is my own.
Okay, so that was the trailer that I remember watching. And this is now not the trailer, I guess, this part? Or is it? It might have been part of the trailer. So how are we linking up from the last season into this new story, leaving the solar system? I guess this is answering that question right now. I guess I found something in the EDZ.
I think it's safe to say this is what's disrupting our beacons. I've seen primitive trains like this in old ruins. Never liked the look of them. These readings have a bearing. Gravimetric distortions leading out past orbit. Like footprints.
How nice, a flower.
Like a trail we're meant to follow. Guardian, I'm sending coordinates your way.
That's
It
us.
appears we have an invitation.
We're Guardian, no other name. I mean, we have our account name or whatever, but our name might as well be Guardian. Okay, here we go. I said I wasn't going to stress myself out, but I guess this is about the limit of where I'm going to allow myself to stress myself out. The Legend campaign allows us to receive exotic armor and some kind of reward multiplier. And this is just the normal campaign. I should just probably go with the normal campaign, the Brave campaign, I guess is what it's called or whatever, but for one, I don't want to make things too easy, considering I have a lot of gear that should make things reasonably doable. But at the same time, whenever I did the Legend campaigns, whenever they were available, things sometimes got pretty rough in solo. We can switch it at any time to a lower difficulty, but I feel like I have to make this decision right now. Okay. At the risk of getting a little bit stressed. Oh, and they changed leveling, I guess. Hang on. -20, huh? I have a vague idea of what that means. Oh, and limitations on revives? What does that mean? Well, it might not matter in solo. Okay. Other than that, the main important thing, while we can still access this. Okay, yeah. Give me the tutorial on power. It used to be 2000, like up to 20 something or other. And now they're changing it entirely, I guess. Power in Destiny 2 has changed. Hover over your character's power to learn more. No, and that's it. That's the tutorial. We're 10 right now. That's all of our gear. All of the gear in the game is now 10. None of that 10 years of whatever mattered. Power helps you overcome harder activities. Yeah. Power up to 200 through gear, okay? And then there's a seasonal bonus. Power beyond 200 by obtaining new gear with seasonal bonus power. So that's the other thing. All of our gear that we grinded for can't really be used. At least for the endgame stuff. We need the seasonal gear, which expires at the end of the season, so after the season we have to get other seasonal gear just to stay on level. Which is unfortunate. Oh, we have a legacy power value. That's weird. Does that matter? And what about, like, upgrading? Does any of this matter? Does infusing, like... I mean, we can get up to 200, but not with the seasonal gear. I guess the exotic gear can go beyond the normal levels. Same as seasonal. Maybe. And our artifact is already unlocked, this Implement of Curiosity. Seems like they're still using this system. Well, I'm using sidearms, so we might as well equip that. Oh, right, and Guardian ranks. That's another thing I'm not going to stress about. I'll read this some other time. If I ever get to it. And I'll also think about these other perks as we unlock them, I guess. Wait, what's that though? Armor and weapon bonuses? Grants damage resistance when using new gear armor. Okay, so the exotic does count as one, it seems. But strangely enough, it seems like the weapon doesn't count as one, because it's not a new gear weapon here. So I guess exotic weapons don't get the freebie pass that the exotic armor does. Weird. Yeah, you get 15% damage resistance at the top, so that's pretty important. On top of the actual level that the new gear can increase to, so pretty much just invalidating a lot of old stuff. Well, this is the gear that I'm okay with for now. I've got a few sets. This Arc one. Solar one. Void one. Bunch of things that I just crafted over time just to mess around with. Strand one, which I used a lot ever since Lightfall. Kind of one of my favorite ones. This one for stasis, which I didn't really get too much use out of, but I guess my main one is this prismatic one still. It's just the one that worked out the best. But also, they changed some things, right? I think the main thing was... The one thing I did know about was they removed, like, one of these slots, so I no longer have this Facet of Blessing. No more health regeneration from melee final blows. And this other effect. But I don't think I want to change out anything else. Probably not. Maybe this? I don't need the health regeneration though. Or maybe I will on Legendary. Whatever. We'll just deal with it. Okay. Guess we're ready. Guess I just have to bite the bullet. We're at 80 class ability. And all this stuff that I don't want here. Oh well. Alright, I guess we're going in. I should maybe have cut all of that out, but I don't really care. I'm beginning to think I'm going to scrap this footage entirely after all. I'm not sure if the campaign is going to change my mind, but this is going to be their chance, I guess. Make me want to record videos of this. That'll be the litmus test.
Guardian, welcome to Kepler, as the Vanguard Archive calls it. The gravimetric distortions we tracked from the EDZ are tangled in an excess of dark matter. In our records, this planetoid was confirmed to be unoccupied and inert. But these readings indicate a singularity. Something's keeping this planetoid stable and our matter intact, but... Guardian, there's a black hole here on Kepler. This is dangerous. If at any point this singularity destabilizes, it could swallow us and take the entire Sol system with it. We need to find whoever sent our invitation. They need our help.
And there's the story. First thing after 10 years is dealing with the 9, I guess. Not sure why the Fallen are here, but I guess they're here. Alright, how does it feel to walk?
Guardian, I can see you've got Elixni hostiles incoming. I'm picking up what I think is a distress signal. I've been able to isolate a radio signal through the telemetry. It had some primitive decryption on it. Should only take me a moment.
Not sure if I feel slower or the same. I'm not sure if any of those abilities, those stats affect your walking speed like they used to, since there's no longer agility. Maybe just everyone moves at the same walking speed now? What's all this? Okay, I guess that's matter spark stuff. And requires something else. The thing that they advertised this expansion with was some kind of non-linear story inspired by Metroidvania or something like that. I'm not sure how that'll work in this format, but we'll see. Unidentified combat.
I've never seen Elixni move like this. Mind their vertical, Guardian.
Okay, so they've got different movement now. Corsairs, huh? Well, I'm glad there are new mobs, new types of enemies. Probably should have expected it for a new expansion, but there isn't always going to be new things. So it's kind of taking it slow to start. What's that at the bottom? There's some kind of bar for special ammo and heavy ammo. I wasn't aware there was going to be that kind of change.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Lodi transmitting. Strange matter detected. Singularity opening near local HI and NHI population.
I can't tell when this Mayday was sent. Whoever made it understands the danger this place is in. But this signal's too weak to have reached us on Earth. This isn't our invitation.
Ikora, it looks like we've got a blockade up ahead.
Alright. They're starting to ramp up a bit. Missed that entirely. Basic gameplay still here, I guess. Just shoot a bunch of guys. No surprise there. Oh. I missed the jump. Gotta get back up. Might as well clear them out. Not sure why I'm starting with like solo heavy ammo, but I guess I am. They got strand. That's new. What are these guys called? Wretches? I see, so the heavy ammo drops when that bar fills. I guess that's more explicit, you don't have to rely on chance that much. Not sure if that's a boon or a debuff yet. There you are. Were you there the entire time?
A singularity, a distress call, and now another ancient train. But how do they all connect? More importantly, how can we help? The status of the singularity will worsen with time. We can't do anything about that right this moment. But discovering a locking mechanism this complex and a radio transmission that sounds human means we could be on the precipice of encountering another pocket of civilization. By my triage, the most effective thing we can do right now is find the source of the distress signal. The trail we're following leads past the train, then scatters. We'll need to get through to find who called for help. The mechanism here appears to be missing some pieces. I've tracked materials nearby that closely match the frequency of the device. Find them, Guardian.
You got it. I can fetch things. I know how to do that, as long as you put that little icon over them.
Lodi transmitting. Status moonsick. Adrift. Odysseus protocol active.
Odysseus protocol. We've heard that before. Wait, there's a backlog. Keep moving, Guardian. I'm going to see if these transmissions can give us any more information.
Oh, undiscovered technology. Okay. What a mystery. Thank you for telling me. There are so many secrets in this game. It feels like they never really tell you, so I'm glad you told me.
Dark matter spike in your vicinity. Could be one of the gravimetric distortions Drifter was talking about. Guardian, you all right?
PG. Nope, we're not P2. I guess that's 7. 9 invitations plus delivered. What will is done in trust. Whatever that
Vital
means.
stabilized. Must be a fluke.
Could you get that off my screen? It feels like my TV's been burned in. Oh no, we don't have the morph ball yet. Is this our first time using Matter Spark? It might be. Yep, we got the morph ball.
Well, this sure is new. All your vitals appear to be in order, but your molecules are moving unbelievably fast.
Guardian, this energy pattern is distinct from your expected paracausal signature. It matches the dark matter readings from when we landed. It appears you've managed to somehow fuse with dark matter.
So this is the thing that people have trouble with? I'm not entirely sure. I guess it causes some kind of a problem, maybe? Does this regenerate it? Dash and jump at the same time to greatly increase your jump height. At the same time, okay. Gotcha. I wouldn't expect this in a game like Destiny, but I don't mind that they're adding something like it, as long as it works. Oh, down here. R2 to charge with matter spark. And we're back. So maybe there's some problem with motion sickness on that ability. I'm not entirely sure. Nothing to write home about yet. I guess going in first person inside an air vent is kind of fun, but I mean, we're already in first person, so it's not like it matters. And then we're just back to normal gameplay then. Nothing like a class that changes all of your gameplay or anything like that, but I guess it's here. This guy's taking a while. Alright, are we out of here? Knock it off. And you. Give me this. Is this any good against you? I'm pressing right trigger, that doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, it only works on people nearby you, I guess. Is this of any use to me? This ability? It seems like when I die inside Matter Spark, I don't die in real life. I assume they're giving me this Matter Spark so that I can experiment around with it. I guess it works out on nearby enemies. Oh, my health didn't regenerate. Well, there's my first test. Yeah, I don't know. Matter Spark doesn't seem useful for combat. You just kinda get shot. I mean, I guess you can stay in motion and dash around and hold the right trigger. But it's just kind of hard to reach this guy up here, for example. And the damage is pretty pitiful. How do I leave Matter Spark? There we go. Alright, let's kill this thing. There you are. Alright, now I guess you want me to use Matter Spark? That's one, I guess. guess the idea is that it's maybe good against a group of enemies that's just kind of all around, but you just take a lot of damage. And it doesn't seem like our health regenerates. Nope. Try not to die inside this thing, please. Damn. I could have refreshed my thing inside the room there. Alright. Where are you? Over here? Oh, come on. Oh, not that. Thought it was a tangle. Just kind of floating over there, huh? Most of my stuff is kind of close range, so I'd have preferred you nearby. Okay, not you though. Kind of low on ammo now. Other than this, of course. Which is what I should be using. Where are all these guys coming from anyway? They're in this. Story of my life. Die. So I'm gonna need this, right?
The train to invite us to a black hole. It seems whoever sent our invitation values consistency and catastrophic interference.
About that. I got info, but you're not gonna like it.
Try me.
The gravimetric distortions, the dark matter, the weird train. An invitation? There's only one group of jokers I know who get up to those kinds of theatrics. The Nine.
Well, that certainly is a theory. Although I would expect to have already heard from the emissary if that was the case.
I guess Ikora's voice actor changed? Sounds like it. So now we're doing this. We gotta upgrade all of our gear, or replace our gear. With every expansion, of course. Yeah, they changed this too, it just takes enhancement cores now. Which I guess works out easier, we don't have to go to a vendor for stuff every time. Do I want this though? How does it like compare to our current armor? It's only 3 stats. And the total is way less, but I guess this has some kind of bonus to it. After a final blow with any rocket or grenade launcher, sprint for a short time to gain speed booster. Not too exciting. And reactive booster. Once per activation of force converter, this one. Sprinting while at critical health being suspended or being slowed. By stasis will grant speed booster for a short duration. So lets you get out of stuff, like critical health or this other stuff that you normally can't get out of. I guess that's kind of nice, but pretty niche. So I think I'm just going to upgrade my gear. And a new weapon. I should probably clear up my vault. It's kind of filled with clutter, and we don't have extra spaces with the new expansion. All this stuff is useless to me except for some of the stuff, but I don't know how to distinguish one from the other. So I never delete things. I can probably just delete things, right? It'll be fine. Activate. Gotta get real close to it.
I'm going to rerun the telemetry to see if I can find another radio transmission. Get us some answers.
Achieved precarious stabilization, but still request evacuation due to hostile NHI. If we can't close the singularity, we're pulling everyone in with us. Anyone? You out there?
Odd. The timestamp on this transmission doesn't make sense. It comes after the Mayday, but the timestamp says it was recorded many months before. Either someone is intentionally trying to scramble these transmissions, or the singularity is causing more problems than we thought.
Can't believe that guy didn't die. I feel like I'm running low on special ammo more quickly than I'm used to. Well, there's some. Maybe I have to be really careful to pick it up whenever the green bar fills or something. Do I normally get 7 shots for that? I feel like it should be more. Well, this is already equipped, so... Could you stop? I'm checking my menu. There's probably a bunch of stuff to find around, maybe even things that lead to exotic something or other. Certainly collectibles that probably give me lore or something like that, but I guess I'm just gonna play through the game normally. Ignoring any stuff that I'll have to look up later, if I ever do that. Why is this here? Is this meant to go somewhere? Or do we go in there with Matterspark? No clue. Well, there's a chest. Or can we not open that yet? Yeah. Knowledge of an unfamiliar language. More mysteries, but I think we're just dealing with the main story. Crystalline Captain. Oh, you.
The same Elixni combatants from earlier. They are persistent. Stay vigilant and don't let them come back again.
You got it, boss. Never come back. How'd I miss? I was cheated. Damn. They really, ganged up on me. Where'd they come from? They always kind of spawn in without me realizing.
I thought I recognized those symbols.
Where'd you go?
This is the House of Exile.
A new house, huh? Or an older one? I have no idea. Die. Die. There goes all our armor, or ammo. You guys not scattering? Your boss is dead. Here's Matterspark, I guess. Still more waves. I guess the boss was just kind of their strongest guy, not exactly leading them. Oh, you want me to charge pylons, that's why we're not leaving. Oh, come on. I can jump that, right? At the same time. There we go. Where's that last one? Over here? Get out of the way. I'm doing matter spark stuff. There. Okay, now we're done.
Last time we encountered these Elixni was on Luna. They're called the Exiles because each of them were exiled from their original house.
Oh, we did fight them on the moon, I guess. Didn't realize. Oh, you want me to... I see. Kind of a pain in the ass, but fine. How do I... There it is. And in we go.
That's the last of them, and we've got what we need. Let's head back to the train and see if we can't get past that blockade.
No more transmissions on the backlog, and the timestamps are all off. Keep heading for the train. Maybe we can triangulate a location.
If it only costs 1 enhancement core per upgrade, might as well upgrade everything I get as I get it. Although... This is already better. The new stuff is better. Well, for the class item anyway. Let me just get rid of this stuff. We don't need that from that season anymore, right? Even my inventory here is cluttered, but... I think we can save a few slots for some new stuff that we might need to hang on to. Like this thing, I guess. What's this do? It seems to be a different class set than the one we looked at previously, Aeon Renewal. No wait, it's the same thing. Force Converter and Reactive Boost. Two things that I don't think I'm going to care about, but it seems like the stats on this are already way outclassing what we had previously. Let's see if we can't... make this work. So if I do that, what changes? Sure, our melee goes up. Actually, everything gets better, pretty much. So we don't have to worry about too much other than... this. Oh, it's already at 10 out of 10, somehow. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted that other purple that I got. I kind of regret it already. Oh well. So give me that, and we're now at 100. Great. That's what I wanted. And we can try to improve some of this other stuff too, I guess. Later. I think the main upgrade we're getting is that this cloak is going to be a lot more stats than anything we previously had. The rest of the armor is going to be pretty comparable. So we had this thing for being artifice armor, we probably don't need that. We had class font and we had time dilation. There might be some new perks, but I'll worry about that later. And time dilation. Plus one more, I guess. I don't know. One of these when using our class ability, maybe grenades so we can grapple more. Could have also gotten this or any of these. I think we're fine. So what's the final comparison? It went from 25 to 66 basically. Incredible. And fix this, please. Give us this and this. There. Back to normal. Oh, so it's actually better than, or worse than I thought. I thought it would go down to 16, it's actually only down to 19, but we are almost at 200% class ability regen from other sources, I guess. And we get more overshield if we go way above 100 somehow, just as an experiment. It's currently 1.2. If we change this one to another 10, then it becomes 5.3. So from 1.2 to 5.3 for 10, that's a net gain of 4.1 or something. Not exactly sure how that works out, but if it's linear, 90 more would be around, what? 36 more? So a total of 40 health per use of class ability, which isn't nothing when you consider you have 100 whatever or something. I think with 100 health and 100 shield, or a total of 100 across health and shield, either one. Point is, it seems to be useful, but I'll worry about that stuff later. We'll just return to the usual and keep that. Oh, we're going down, I guess. It'd be kind of a pain to thread the needle and jump out of that. Did I not unlock this? I did. Of course I did. I'm not getting a solid sense of where I'm going here. I think we want to go in here. Like, the layout of this area is... Obviously it's new to me, so... I'm not going to know where I'm going, but I don't really remember any landmarks or whatever. I guess the mechanism by the train or whatever, that's a landmark of some kind. Wouldn't know how to get back there off the top of my head. Or any other landmarks to speak of. Guess we're just following this thing, the marker, as usual. It is no. Says 5, I guess. You are Des. We are. Actually, I'm Guardian. 9, reach out.
Suppose you're right, Drifter, and we are dealing with the 9. You have the most experience with them. What did you observe in your interactions?
Rumor has it the 9 are extra-dimensional. Caught in the gravity of Sol's heaviest hitters. You know, planets, moons, stuff like that. There are aliens, and there are aliens. And these guys are aliens. They don't live in this dimension, which means they can mess with you.
You trespass the domain of the once exile.
Oh, when I...
Of the Giver. I am Archon Prime, sovereign of this orbit, speaker of the voice invisible.
Alright, new character, but more importantly, it seems like dashing into these guys actually does more damage than I thought. So I guess we can combine holding right trigger while dashing into them with left trigger. Maybe this does more damage than I gave it credit for? Where am I going with this? I missed. I want to unlock this. How do I do that? Die. I'm sure it's somewhere around here. Probably Matter Spark or something. Yeah, it's gotta be that. Where is... there. Of course, this is to unlock the chest over there, but I'm sure there's something like this over by the other field. Or wait, I guess there's a bunch of these going all over the place. Got it. Nope, that's going further in. Is this what I need? In here. Nope, that's not unlocked. Was there a pylon back here? I don't see one. Okay, maybe I don't need this. Well, what's in here? Just a reward. A gate. I'm glad. Great. I guess we solved a mystery, but that's not important to us right now. We want to unlock that. This. No, that didn't work. How about this? This isn't anything. I don't think I'm supposed to be having this much trouble with it. I'm doing something wrong. Hello? Nope, you don't want me down there. It'd be nice if you could stop shooting me for me to solve this puzzle. I guess that's not how it works, though. I don't think this is a puzzle, though. It just seems to be normal. This is just supposed to be something that I work through immediately, but I don't know what to do. Well, prepare for 15 more minutes of this, I guess. I feel like I can't get a good look at it while he's shooting at me. Yeah, I guess this cable doesn't even go inside the barrier, or doesn't connect to the barrier, so it's not related. Tooltip is defeat the Archon's vessels. Are these vessels somewhere located not here? We can't go in there. I guess not. Are these the Archon's vessels? No. They're just like shooting at me, I think. This is a no revive zone, so I shouldn't be dying. If I can avoid it. I think he's just infinitely spawning those, so it doesn't matter how many I shoot. Until I get him out of his little hole. Well, I'm glad he's back there now, so I can actually look a little bit closer. Doesn't matter though, there's nothing here. Sometimes when you open this up, it shows you where to go. Nothing to do with it though. It's gotta be Matter Spark, right? What about this? I see, this is where we talk to Ikora. It's gotta be Matter Spark. What can I interact with? I'm sure I've looked it over several times and didn't even realize it. Did Matter Spark go through barriers? Oh, this guy's name is Vessel of the Archon, so the tooltip isn't pointing us towards anything else. It's pointing to that guy. This is awfully embarrassing. No, you can go inside. I didn't realize. But then I'm just gonna die. I'm glad I survived, but it feels like we're gonna have to play more careful if we want to go inside there with Matter Spark. Could you die? There. And you. Stop that. I'm behind a wall. Their bullets curve around walls, so it's very annoying sometimes. Oh wait, stop that. Gotta regenerate health before I go into it. Oh, what forced him out? Alright, retreat. Is that the way to do it? Get in and out? With Matter Spark? I guess you could go in and revert to your normal self and then just rip them apart. If you have the build for it, but my grenade launcher is kind of, going to kill me if I do that.
Interesting. That elixir wasn't an Archon. I wonder what that was all about.
Don't spawn next to me.
Destruction. One exile falls, and 3 more rise.
Hold on. That same voice, this Archon's voice, is coming from another elixir. I'm not sure what's going on.
Me too.
Exiles, I prophesied the deathless arrival. Creatures cradled and kissed by the infinite curse of the great machine.
I missed.
That sounds like you, Guardian, but, derogatorily.
Did I kill that thing? I think I did. The invisible one. Or no, it's still there. That does seem to be where the health bar is, so let's take care of that first. Or is it? It's dead.
Bring death to the
deathless. It bounced.
Fulfill the destiny of the House of Exile.
They said it. They said destiny.
The singularity and ascend.
That voice is coming from another elixir.
Alright, so now we gotta get in and out. Luckily the Matter Spark is right next to him. Unluckily it seems like guys are infinitely spawning. I don't like that. Gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Immediately? Damn. Yeah, it seems like my health inside Matter Spark also gets affected when I take significant damage, so it's not a freebie. And regen. Okay, back in. Damn, that's not what I wanted. Want to do a bit more damage that time. Guess these guys don't infinitely spawn after all. Alright, hit and then get out. Damn, still hit me. You can kinda hit him through this wall. This is much faster. I saw you spawn behind me. Get out of here. Kinda hard to aim this thing. I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it. It seems wrong. Damn. Try to dash out. That's what I wanted. That doesn't actually seem to be... Damn. I was holding right trigger, but it didn't seem to do any damage. And then I spawned inside the barrier and there was no way
No
out.
more transmissions on the backlog, and the timestamps are all off. Keep
Oh, we're doing
heading
the
for
whole thing
train.
over again.
Maybe we can triangulate a location.
I mean, yeah, I expected it, but oh, not that. I guess I need this again. That's not the way you're supposed to do it, right? Don't know any other way to do it, though. In and out, like that. Oh, and then we hit a wall. Oh, we got him. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Dash into him like that.
Interesting. That Elixni wasn't an Archon. I wonder what that was all about.
In the wake of destruction, one exile falls, and 3 more rise.
Hold on. That same voice, this Archon's voice, is coming from another Elixni. I'm not sure what's going on.
The grand design bids us destroy them. Bring death to the deathless. Fulfill the destiny of the House of Exile. Strengthen the singularity out of death.
That voice is coming from another Elixni.
Probably more guys spawning in, but let's try to... Oh, great. There they are. In and out. Crap, couldn't quite get out. Play it safe, regen, and kill. Put those away. Back in. That's hard to deal with. I think we want to go forward and back. It's too hard to curve. I think what we want to do is get close, then back out, and then attack. Just kind of avoiding his melee like that. And I guess whenever he shoots. Got some more guys coming in. That wasn't what I wanted. Alright, in, then out, and back in. That's the strategy. I'm a master now. A master of Matter Spark. I guess. I'm still doing it wrong, right? This isn't the way you're supposed to do it, but it's the only way that I can figure out. We can kind of get 2 shots in whenever he staggers like that. And he's
I
dead.
still don't understand how that voice jumped from one exile to another. The witness could possess, but that required a civilization's worth of darkness. Could something have drawn them here? Maybe the high concentration of dark matter is boosting this Archon connection to darkness.
Darkness is about connection of memory, but it doesn't work like that. And dark matter, in spite of the name, has nothing to do with darkness.
So this is something else entirely.
Very confusing name. Oh, Universal Vessel? Oh, was it? I didn't see it.
One of the Archon's lackeys dropped something.
Ophiuchus's energy readings are spiking. This is a container of dark matter, the same connected to the singularity. Don't let that go.
Oops. Wrong button. I already unlocked this, but... oh, I see. I should have seen behind the barrier. It was already open. And we don't need that anymore. Just kind of a Pavlovian response. I keep on thinking to myself, I have to go back to that little node. After that long boss fight where I had to keep going back there.
Hold it. Who do you work for, and what's your business here?
Telemetry originates at this location, but the signal is weak.
What are you doing here?
We're Guardians, from Earth's vanguard. Circumstances suggest we were invited, but we don't know who sent the invitation.
Earth?
Have you been here a while?
I have journal entries tallying 4 weeks, but my 5 o'clock shadow says a day. Something's wrong with time. It's my job to investigate. You picked up something that's special to the people here. Use it. I'll see you on the other side. We can talk there. You can, tell me all about Earth.
That's the man who sent the distress signal. But he didn't seem in distress.
Something's wrong with time.
I'm curious as to how our contact intends to fix it. But his observations seem to be correct.
And we just got here. There's probably a whole mess of time nonsense just around the corner.
Agreed. This train's temporal presence is concerning.
That's the least of our worries. The real head-scratcher is our new friend seeing the people here.
Ikora did say she suspected sentient life.
Oh, this is fun. Kind of like a loading zone or something. Guess we're doing this now. Is this still the first mission? I can't tell. We got the cutscene at the end. I thought it might be the end, but we probably haven't hit our main hub yet, so, well, here it is. This is it, right? I think that's our mission.
Sorry for all that earlier. My name's Lodi. My introductions aren't usually that rude. Come on, let me show you around. Your companion gave me a debrief about your mission before she insisted on meeting the scientists here.
Scientists?
Oh yeah, the Ionians are brilliant. They've been great hosts since I showed up here a few weeks back.
Objects from a different time were sent to us, like we were called or invited. Did you get one too?
Of sorts. I got a call of my own. I hope your ride was smoother than mine. Are you headed back to Earth after?
Are you asking for a ride?
Just conversation. Appreciate the offer. I'm staying with the locals for a while. Time distortions all over this place. The Elixni make it hard to traverse further out. Fascinating, aren't they? You know, the language structure is similar to Finnish. Keep an eye out for the House of Exiles. They didn't like me getting close with my recorder. If you're here to sort out the time anomaly, it sounds like we're on the same side. I'll help you look into your calling card. You help the locals with some of the weightier tasks. You seem like you can handle yourself. First in a few words, I can appreciate that.
And there we go. That's the mission. So where does it drop us after that? Just back into orbit? Oh good, we're right here. Didn't want to have to navigate menus or whatever. Well, I guess we can just start the next mission from here,
These
but...
Ionians were able to temporarily stabilize the singularity. They prevented their planet from splitting until someone could help. I'm as surprised as you they've eluded us for so long, but this place is shrouded in dark matter. It could have cloaked the presence of sentient life from the outside. Ghost, did you find the source of the distress signal?
We've made contact with Lodi, here in the settlement. He's offered to help us look into our invitation, if we help the people here. He seems trustworthy, but his presence here feels very... convenient.
Yeah, by the look of him, I'd say he's as out of place as we are.
What's this? Ah, the postmaster of sorts, or something. Oh good. It seems like we made it to the hub after all. Like... I guess over here? Not exactly living quarters, or a market, or anything like that. But at least there are people here, and it seems like, based on how we're holding our gun, this is a safe zone, so... it's as good a place as any to call it an episode. Kinda went on long just to finish the mission, but I think I'm going to end up cutting out all of that stuff I did in the menu at the very beginning, looking at my, my stats. Probably sort that stuff out in between episodes. You guys don't mind if I start a fire, right? I guess I don't. Not exactly the most explosive start to Episode 1 and the new expansion following the Light and Dark saga. I mean, it's exciting to be exploring someplace outside of the solar system. But gameplay-wise with the Matter Spark stuff and then kind of struggling against that boss, trying to get inside that barrier and not really knowing how the Matter Spark works. In terms of doing damage, it just kind of hit a brick wall at the very end there. But I guess there's more to see out there, and we'll just take it slow. In the meantime, now would be a good chance to take a break.